Welcome back to World of Warcraft, Burning Crusade Classic Blind. The Polearm is still enormous and on fire, which is fantastic. We're over here, heading towards the Dead Mines to get some Polearm's skill. We need to do something to get some levels here. And this is as good as anything, I suppose. We are likely to end up collecting a whole pile of nonsense. So I'm going to move my equipment around so I can keep all the things I want to actually keep. Probably not this. Okay. So, lower half of the inventory, things that I don't want to drop. Upper half of the inventory, things that I am willing to drop. Because we are unlikely to get anything of particular interest in the Dead Mines. We're just fighting stuff. Getting some levels. We will see if eventually things don't die in one hit. But I wouldn't get my hopes up. We also get more experience by using Sunder armor. So we'll see. Weapon's pretty slow, so we can make good use of getting experience from more Sunder armors, I suppose. Pop, 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 pop. Oh yeah. Let's just get down into... Not here. This is not the right way. There's a big old tin vein. Do. Nope. Yeah, just one shot and everything. Fantastic. We need to go further into the mine here. It's been a little bit since I've done the Dead Mines. Right, here we go. The main area here. It's over this way. Oh boy, we're just bullying these poor guys. Definitely a slower weapon. That's for sure. But we'll manage. I don't know if I'm even gonna bother picking anything up. Honestly, I'll probably loot the bosses, but besides that, is it really worth it? You're elite. How much else does an elite have? A little bit. A little bit more. Very good. I wouldn't be surprised if our healing just ends up being enough by itself. Just casually strolling through here. Whacking some miners. Don't take that in a weird way. We've got a lot of levels we need to get. Alright. Everybody. Get out of here. Knocked me down. Now look at all the levels we're getting here. And from him we get a hammer. Neat. Bonk. Alright. Yeah, not much of a boss at this point. I know we've been slowed slightly. Whatever will we do? Get some cleave going. That's all good. Oh boy, they just don't stand a chance, do they? Which honestly that's to be expected at this point. Here's a door. Getting slightly worried that we're not going to have enough targets to get our levels up here. So we'll just keep whacking whatever we see. $1,016 on the cleave. My goodness. Let's just clear out this room. It took a few hits at least, so that's something. And you. Almost to 200 now. That's nice. Here's the shredder guy. He got his little friend while he waits. Buzzer blade. I now Sneed himself. And we got Taskmaster Axe. Cool. Not getting a level every time we hit something anymore. Which is unfortunate, of course. But we'll manage. I'm sure we'll do just fine. Yeah, we're not getting much resistance here. Which is to be expected. I mean, we're getting resistance, it's just not very strong resistance. It's resistance that we keep defeating in one hit, so. They're still able to stun me though, which is irritating. And open another door. Goblin Foundry. Yeah, they're all 18 elites. Not too impressive. Killed the enemy before we got the cleave on there. It's unfortunate. Fire damage inflicted. Oh boy. Not very concerning. Bop, bop, bop. Oh, he sent out another enemy for me to hit with an attack. How kind. It keeps setting me on fire, which is definitely something. Movement speed reduced by 40%. Definitely suboptimal for me here. Not a huge deal. More cleaves. There's Ginnild the Smelter. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. And the next door's open. Molten metal decreases my attack speed. And our attack speed is already quite low, in fact. That's definitely a slight hindrance here. Defias. Let's gonna spam some Thunder Armors here. That counts as an attack. This wizard thinks he's so cool. He's dead now. Oh yeah, sunder that armor. Get those Polearm levels. There's some tin. Requires Defias and gunpowder. That's probably in that side room there. Let's go get that. Yep, there it is. So it's kind of like a puzzle. It's just this right here. And some copper. Oh boy. Got a bandit cloak. That's fun. Hi, how are you doing? Now we can shoot this door. So, up here is the Defias. They've got a cannon here.
You there! Check out that noise!
Does bring up the question, why was there Defias on both sides of this? If they
swamp! Repel the invaders!
Why were they firing a cannon at a door when they're on both sides of the door? That does raise a few questions. I'm sure it's fine. Rocking up onto the docks. Destroying a parrot because we can. We're just rude like that. Everything's aggro range is expectedly short since we're so strong. There's definitely a calculation in there about exactly what you're gonna have to deal with as far as aggro radius. You didn't even notice. I'm just back here. Alright. get ready for the boss fight.
You landlubbers are tougher than I thought. I'll have to improvise.
Oh, buddy. Oh, Mr. Snight.
Now you're making me angry.
I did one attack. And he's dead. And we got his mighty hammer. We can't actually loot his chest. I guess that's okay. Doop-a-da-doop. Pirates. We're getting towards the end of the dungeon here. And we're only at 238, 239. We might need to do something else to get more levels here. Because 240 is really not going to be good enough. Might just have to fight some stuff in different area. Because we want at least around 300 before we can start fighting stuff in Outland very effectively. We will see. We'll see how we do. We still have one more boss to fight, I guess. Keep spamming out those Thunder Armors. And as expected, this was not too much of a challenge. And I really shouldn't be too surprised. I have soloed other dungeons that were higher level than this one. Up, up, up. It's the level to get up on the ship here. Oh, where do you think you're going? They sometimes get a chance to run. I think a lot of their problem with trying to run away is their threshold for running away is so much larger, or so much smaller than the amount that I can hit. So, a lot of times they don't even get the chance to try. Well, we got to 250 at least. That's something. Keep on farming the Thunder Armors while we can. Oop-de-doop-de-doo. We're going to use some Sweep the Strikes, Cleave against this last area. I believe there is quite a few enemies to deal with. I don't expect any challenge. That is how it is. Here's this guy. Up, up. Captain. You got a fancy belt. Some cleaves going. And they did. And from Van Cleef, we get the cool bar. Alright. Cool. When you get all the loot in the entire dungeon, you do end up with a nice stack of stuff. Let's just make our way out of here. Realistically, we could just Hearthstone out, but this is fine. Cookie, the ship's cooked. Amazing. Cookie's stirring rod. That's a wand, we can't even wield it. The one thing we can't wield. Amazing. I'm 260. Yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah. Level 62 versus Dead Mines. Not a huge deal. 260 should be enough to get me at least a decent way. Still definitely need more. Let's see what we got here. Here's the exit out of the Dead Mines. With a nice pile of loot. Let's say hello to these bandits. Out of here. Okay. Small Seafornium charge. That's a decent auction price, but that doesn't actually mean it actually does. That could be an auction price that we saw months ago. And it's very likely. It looks nice on the back too. Kind of clips through the cape. That's okay. Well, since we have all these things, we'll at least see what they look like. The hammer. Looks like a hammer. Buzzer blade. Little dagger. Taskmaster axe. It's an interesting shape for an axe. Smite's mighty hammer. Bigger hammer. A belt. And that's a good looking sword. Very cool. Increases attack power and everything. And the stirring rod looks like that. Amazing. Okay.
Hello.
We're gonna see if we can sell this. Don't have that high of hopes. Everything else is cheap or bound. Let's put out something. Oh, that's kind of auction value.
Safe travels.
That's a maybe. I don't anticipate that's actually gonna sell. This is part of a Defias set, which the set itself would give more armor, arcane resistance, expertise rating by 2. Expertise rating? Not sure what that means. I don't think I've come into any expertise rating before. Weird.
See you soon.
Okay. Let us head over to the auction house. Scraping our giant sword on the ground. As per usual. As per usual. Let's see if we can get anything for these. This sword's pretty cool too. There's some selling. Yeah, it was today and earlier in October. Oh, like. And here is a Black and Defias belt. That's not bad. Managed to make a little bit of money there. It's more than you can typically say. I fully anticipate that I'm going to be sticking with the halberd here. But on the off chance that we get a really cool new dual wield weapon, I want to have that available. And we can store the rest of these. One extra health potion here. Okay.
Watch your back.
Get our faster mount speed. Also looks good while on the mount. Again, so large it's clipping into things a little bit, but can't be too surprised by that. Don't think we have enough money to finish getting 300 blacksmithing this time.
Well met.
So we'll probably come back for that
See you.
next time. Do we come back? Which may or may not be at level 63. I mean, the reasons we would come back would be full inventory or like level 63. So, whichever one of those happens first. Since we got this to 259, I think we would be at a good enough point where we can farm out the rest of these levels, Blasted Lands. At least want to get like 300. We'd make our way towards the Dark Portal, fighting stuff. We have 2 Blood Furnace quests. Okay. Probably gonna do a few regular quests before we head to the Blood Furnace. Just cause, why not? Wanna get more used to using our new weapon. Because it is slightly different with all the attack speed and whatnot. Quite a ways to go to get Blasted Lands. All these scenic views of places we've been. And some places we only have kind of been. We've got the whole map explored, but the various nooks and crannies and dungeons that we didn't do. We're still here, enjoying the absolute size of this. Look how long the handle is. Ridiculous. You at this point, it would almost be like really unwieldy to actually use this as a weapon. But that's not gonna stop me. That's not gonna stop me one bit. It clips down into the stat screen. It takes up the entire screen when I'm holding it in my hands. It clips into the stat screen when it's on my back. Amazing. Also, it's off the top of the screen. Yeah. As good stuff. Hell Reaver. Yeah. Very good. Current outfit is still a huge mess. That's probably never going to really change. You're probably going to look like a giant mess until you get to, like, the very end game things and get an entire set of something. That is not usually how things work out for us. We're all different colors. Hopefully the giant flaming halberd can draw the eye away from the mess that is the rest of our equipment. It's all good stuff, though. It's all good stuff. How many blue items we have these days? Got the pauldrons, the breastplate. The trinkets are both blue, and the Hellreaver's blue. Alright. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But it sure does take a while to get from Ironforge all the way down to the Blasted Lands. Well, that's okay. Just enjoying the scenery. There's a raid dungeon. I think it's a raid. Little 70 stuff at any rate. We will see how we progress. We're level 62, so we're not doing too bad. But we will see. Another question is going to be, can I not zoom out further? There's a further zoom. Outland. The other question is going to be, are we going to be doing everything in all these areas? Because there are 7 areas. And we've already gotten technically 4 levels in Hellfire Peninsula. I don't know if 58, 59 was a lot less XP too. Either way, it's already 2 levels in Hellfire Peninsula. But if each level takes more experience, but then also everything gives more experience, so we will see how much of each of these areas we actually deal with. And we're here. Okay. Well, let us fight some stuff on our way down to the Dark Portal. Keep leveling up Polearms. It is a slightly awkward system to have to fight some things for a little bit to get your level up with the new weapon. It's not a huge deal. It's not like it's tens of hours or anything like that. So it's pretty much fine. These are 48. That should be manageable.
I need to get closer.
See if we get some good experience from these. Because I do want it to be a bit higher level. We did bank our other weapons, so this is kind of our only choice right now. Yeah, we're still getting decent speed of attacks. It's probably fine. I will take all their stuff there, though. We can get a little bit of money for selling this stuff. If we can get to, like, I'd say at least 300 before we get to Outland, would be preferable. Just to give us that base level of accuracy. There's a mithril deposit. You don't really need mithril at this point, but might still be worth a pretty decent amount. I will still mine that. It's probably still worth it. Oh yeah. Good stuff. Even the solid stone looks like it has value.
Too far away.
It's an interesting economy. There's less lower level players running around the lower level areas, getting the lower level resources. Makes everything more expensive, but also opens up money-making opportunities. So, pros and cons. Stone's really that much. That's very valuable. Impressive.
I'm out of range.
266. Yeah, it does slow down quite a bit as you get higher and higher. I was hoping we could get a little bit further than the 260s before it got this slow. That's okay. They're definitely putting up more of a fight than Defias did, which makes sense since they are level. They're in the 40s instead of the 20s. Can't be too surprised by that.
Too far away. I need to get closer.
Might be a quest item. Auction price. Guess that is a quest item. Weird. Probably means we can't, yeah. Probably means we can't actually sell these to a shop. Probably not worth lugging these around with us either. We're still lugging around the 1 mithril, no, 2 mithril, I guess. So we could keep them, but eh. Not too worried about it.
Out of range.
Our axes and swords level got to 307 before we left on our polearm adventure. Hopefully we can get to at least like 300-ish. That'll be enough that when we continue on
Too far away.
through level 62 and start actually gaining experience again,
Not enough.
it'll be good enough to get us to 310 by the end. So we want to at least keep it at the level it should be. If we let it, if we went and got experience too quickly, we'd have problems with it not reaching the level. That is a situation that intellect would help with, gaining weapon XP faster. I don't really have a full set of intellect gear or anything like that. Mostly has not been necessary.
I'm out of range.
74. Yeah, we're getting there. We are up to the dark portal now, though. Probably just gonna stay out here. Getting more experience.
Not enough rage.
Definitely better money from all these random drops from these guys than if we had picked up everything from the Defias. That would have been a very slow process of throwing out tons and tons of things. As we saw in our other solo dungeon adventures.
Not enough rage. Need more rage.
We're getting a little low on health. Very slowly. We're also not using our ability that heals us a whole bunch. Or trying at all, really, to fight the things quickly. So, it's kind of to be expected, honestly. As long as things don't run away on me. That's what I'm mostly trying to avoid here. That would slow down the process substantially. We have some extra rage on the charge to send off more Thunder Armors. It's all working out. My goodness. That buzzer dropped like 7 items. A bit excessive, but okay. I'm not gonna complain about it. Just keep swinging my halberd around. Around and around and around.
I need to get closer.
This one is venerable. Interesting. I had assumed that the yellow outline here meant it was a quest item. Maybe it's a quest item and venerable. Could be. Oh, there's an ore up here. It's thorium. I will take that. I will take that. All day.
I need to find something first.
Got some fancy boots. Mystical boots of the Falcon. Oh boy. Give me that. Give me that thorium. That's saving me some money. Weirdly, the solid stone is higher than the dense stone. But that also could be just weird marketplace stuff. People putting weird offers in. So we got another orb here. Another mithril. I'll take it. I will take it. Could continue wandering around the area. These last levels I'm trying to get. Searching for ore.
I need a target.
That's also a plus. It's down. This might be inside. I'll keep walking around. Fighting stuff.
I'm out of range.
Get over here, Basilisk. $283. It's definitely feeling a bit slower.
Rage.
There's probably an optimal way to deal with all this.
Too far away.
This guy's actually a guy. We'll fight him normal. There's so many of these guys. If we want to get in there and get that mithril, we're gonna have to try a little bit here. Yeah. For our bloodthirst, we don't attack as often, so we're getting less of the procs to heal. There's definitely something to be said about my skill set being much better with dual wielding. But the dual wielding weapons aren't giant and on fire, so we don't really have a choice here. Servant of
Rage.
Let's use that. Walk in here and get our mithril. This is the damage taken increased by Curse of Blood. No. A little low on health right now. Not a huge deal. 1,022 damage. You get out of here. Weird immortal servant guy. Probably best off focusing on weaker enemies, so we can more comfortably just spam out Sunder Armors. There are probably optimal strategies for leveling up new weapon types. We just kind of do whatever. We just kind of do whatever all the time, so it should come as no surprise to anybody. 285. Almost there. Almost there. Good chunk of mithril there, though. I'll take that. Would have obviously preferred it all be thorium, just because it's more immediately useful for me. But that's still okay. The absolute speed that we're spinning this weapon around. It's all the way in a circle. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. You would think spinning it that much would do a lot more than just sundering some armor. It's gonna be very sundered. Some rune cloth. That's worth keeping. 87.
I do.
I just don't want to get back to doing quests and be missing all the time. That'd be pretty awkward. $287. We might be getting close to being good enough. Honestly, I'm not too worried about it. We got a few more levels. It's a weird crisis. He's traveled far from us. Were you typically over there before? No. There's definitely going to be a sweet spot somewhere
More rage.
between enemies that can take a few hits but still can't hurt you a whole bunch. So it's really easy to just smash through a whole ton of them. Oh, wow. Introduced by 10. Is that going to massively decrease the amount of experience I'm getting here? Can't be having that. Can't be having that. Maybe we'll avoid that other vulture there. It's gonna slow me down that much. Suboptimal. Suboptimal.
I need to get close.
As we saw with the Defias, if the enemy's too low level, you just kind of kill them in one hit. Then take a lot more time running between the enemies. Which isn't exactly the quickest way to do things. Having to constantly run between enemies is not the fastest way to hit things multiple times. Pro strats.
Need more rage.
Trying to do something. Goodness. They really need that many different drops. Seems a bit excessive. That's okay. More things for me to sell, I suppose. And sometimes you only get a few things. Weird. Let's go find a few demons to fight. Not the servant guys, those are annoying. Oh, where Billy's going. Not fastest speed by any means. And they're much higher level here too. 55.
Not enough.
Gonna do more damage. What's this? Imperfect Tranthist Fragment. Okay. I think that's something to do with gem crafting. Then you put it in sockets. Something like that.
Need more rage.
So I don't know if this imperfect one,
Not enough.
you probably have to have some of gem crafting turn this into something first. I don't think you could just straight up put that in armor. It's an imperfect fragment. It's not very specifically a thing. Probably. Probably more of the raw resource, if I had to take a guess. Doesn't look like it has a sell price either.
Not enough.
For vendors, at least. They got like a stun attack, but then their next attack cancels it. So that's not really ideal for them, you wouldn't think. Either way. 293. It's all gonna be worth it. All gonna be worth it.
Need more rage.
That went pretty well. Beat them very well. Okay. 293. That's probably fine. Let's get back in here. I will test out against one of the first enemies we find, Outland. Make sure we're at least acceptably accurate. I sell off all this stuff. We should be pretty much ready to go. Back through the big fancy portal. Oh, there's these guys. They're level 70 now. We can actually see what level they are. Instead of question mark, question mark. Oh, he's sliding. Very slippery. Very slippery. Close it again. Not these first enemies. That's obviously not the right choice. Why not go honor hold? So that's probably more towards Hellfire. Might do a bit of attack and stuff on the way to wherever our next enemy's at. Oh, we still don't know. Still can't see his level. He's still too strong. Back to the insanity that is the Outland. Where everything floats. And the sky is space. First quest we have. We got the two at the Blood Furnace. Ah, we should have went and got... Honestly, I'm probably just going to head back. And get the Nether Guard bitter. That would make a lot of sense. It's gonna take a little bit of travel for me, but again, I can probably just fight some stuff on the way there. But yeah, we need to get Nether Guard bitter. Bring me a mug of Nether Guard bitter. Sounds rather good. Well, the deal to offer you then. Burning at Nether Guard keeps the bitter in stock. So that's the plan. I'll have to go back and get that. I don't have to go back and get that. This is entirely a self-made problem. Completing every quest we pick up. Gonna do it anyways. Let's see if we're up to the task of fighting a deranged Hellboar. I mean, even if we are less accurate, dual wield was also less accurate, so we can't complain too much. So we're gonna have much fewer attacks, but the individual attacks are going to be stronger. Yeah, looks like we're okay. Fight another one just for good measure. Seems to be okay. These are a little 61. Most things haven't been much higher level than that. So between meandering my way back through back to Netherguard Keep, we should be okay. Which I guess means we don't need to sell off all of our piles of stuff. But we'll do that for just to take stock of what we sold from this bunch of fighting stuff. Coming back to the Outland and immediately leaving again because I forgot to pick up a beer. So, we need to pick up a beer for him. We need to go to the ruins. That's right towards the entrance to the next area. And this one is Maghar guys. And you have the 2 group quests here. Okay. I'm looking to trying to get those group quests done. First, let's sell some stuff to the keeper. This doesn't want that item. Honestly, that's pretty surprising. Given the absolute quantity of things that they will take. I'm not gonna complain about it though. There's a little bit of money.
For the Alliance.
Alright. Place these over here for a second. Alright. We got this thing. I might just keep that for now. That's like a quest item or what?
What's on your mind?
Either way,
Watch your back.
we're going back to the Dark Portal. Just need to talk to the barkeep over there. That's not gonna be. Oh, there's the Fell Reaver. Hi. You doing good? Stomping on all the other demons? Sure. So I'm going to go pick up that Netherguard bitter. And we will return to doing quests in the Outland with our big weapon. Next time. Goodbye.